Help and support for remote learning in autumn 2022. The most important thing when remote learning is to know your school account. However you choose to access your remote learning, you'll need to know your school account details. Firstly, your email address is the year you started year 7. For this case, it's 22. The first 3 letters of your first name. If the name was Sarah, that would be SAR. The first 3 letters of your surname, Sarah Jones, would be JON, and everybody's email address is followed with @sjf.wigan.sch.uk. So for Sarah Jones in year 7, 22sarjon@sjf.wigan.sch.uk. Secondly, you need your password. This is the same password you would use to log on to any computer in school. If you need this password resetting, please ask a parent or guardian to request a reset by emailing SJF Pupil IT Support at sjf.wigan.sch.uk with your name and form in the email. Option 1. The next section will look at accessing remote learning via a laptop or a desktop computer. On a laptop or desktop computer, open a web page from your device and go to www.office.com. You'll be met with a web page that you can see has Welcome to your Office, sign in. You're going to click sign in and it will bring up a box that looks like here in the middle, where you type in the username we discussed in the previous slide, 22 sarjon @sjf, so on. Click next and it will ask for the password. This is the password you use to log on to the school computer. Again, if you need this resetting, please contact SJF Pupil IT Support at sjf.wigan.sch.uk. When you log into office.com with these details, you will find a 9-dotted square that looks like this in the top left corner. Clicking this will open up a wide selection of Office applications which are free for you. The main ones we'll use in remote learning are Microsoft Outlook and Microsoft Teams. However, if you're asked to complete any work online, you may want to use Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint or Forms to complete the work. And you can save any work in your OneDrive. This is your own personal file area. Let's focus on Outlook. Outlook is another way of saying your emails. It's really important you check your emails regularly, as your teacher might email you with the work to be completed remotely. Your email box on a web page will look like as follows on the picture here. Alternatively, if you haven't been set any work or you're unsure of what the work is or what you need to do, you could email your teacher. Please remember that teachers are teaching throughout the day to other year groups, other lessons, and our evenings are for family and sleep. Midnight emails will not be seen until the following day. How to send an email. In the top left corner of your email, you will see a box that says New Email. This will bring up a pop-up, and in there you click the to ... box and type your teacher's surname. So for example, Jackson. If you click the button on the top panel that says Check Names, you'll notice the name is now underlined. This confirms you've typed it in correctly. If it doesn't underline, you need to go back and check the spelling of your teacher's name. Following this, you can start typing your email in the box below. Remember, it's important to use a formal writing style with your teacher and nice manners. And the subject line is used to summarise the reason for your email. For example, password help would be a good subject line if you need help with your password. When you're done typing the email and you're happy with it, you click send. Let's focus on Teams. Teams is an important application for lesson resources and videoed lessons. Your Teams homepage will display as lots of little squares. Each one represents a team that you are part of. So there could be a team for your form group, your history class, your English class, and so on. For lesson resources, Teams is useful. If you click into each team, you'll find 4 main areas. A post section Your teacher might post information about your lessons, key reminders, tasks, or video lesson links. This is a little bit like a Facebook post page. So lots of messages go on there, mainly from the teacher, but the teacher may ask you to respond to a post. There is also a files section. Here you'll find any files your teacher has uploaded for the class. For example, Word documents, PowerPoints, help sheets, knowledge organisers. You will also find an assignment section. Your teacher might ask you to submit your work to the assignments area. This is a way to take in work, track work. Teachers can give feedback on here, so it keeps things nice and neat. And lastly, there is a class notebook section. Your teacher may use this as a digital exercise book for you. Always ask if you're unsure which section you need to go to and use. The other function we may use Teams for is an actual videoed lesson. In the post section, you will find a link to join any video lessons, like seen in the picture. You click on the blue part there and click join. It will guide you to a waiting room page. You must start all lessons with your microphone and camera turned off. Your teacher will advise you whether you need to use these during the lesson for specific tasks. So for example, they may ask you to unmute to answer a question. This section will look at accessing Microsoft apps through a phone or a tablet device. When accessing through a phone or a tablet, it's probably easier to download the applications to your device rather than access through a web page. The apps that you will find most useful are the Office 365 Portal app, which looks like a red box with Office. You can access Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Forms and OneDrive through this app. Or you can download individual apps. For example, Outlook and Teams work best if you have their individual apps on your device. Whichever application you choose, you need to go to Add Account as soon as you download the application. You sign in using your school account details. So for example, 22sarjon@sjf.wigan.sch.uk, the email address that we've given on the first slide. You type this in full. Use the password you used to log on to school computers. If you need this resetting, please contact SJF Pupil IT Support at sjf.wigan.sch.uk. The main application you'll use to remote learn are Outlook and Teams. However, if you're asked to complete work online, you may use Word, Excel, PowerPoint or Forms to complete it, and you can save your work in your OneDrive. This is your own personal file area. These are the icons that you might be looking out for in the App Store if you want to download individual applications. When accessing on a device, Outlook emails may look slightly different. It's important to check your emails regularly, as your teacher may email you with work to be completed remotely. Or, if you haven't been sent any work or you're unsure of what you need to do, you could email your teacher to ask for advice. Please remember that teachers will be teaching throughout the school day and evenings are for family time and sleep. Midnight emails will not be seen until the following day. If you want to send a new email, you need to click on the blue circle with the pencil icon. It can be seen in the bottom right corner of your screen on most devices. This will bring a pop-up. Click in the To box and type your teacher's surname. So for example, Jackson. Suggested names will start to appear underneath as you type. If your teacher's name does not appear, you can click Search Directory to find them or go back and check the spelling is correct. Once you're happy with the To, you can start typing your email. Remember to use a formal writing style with your teacher and some nice manners. Note, the subject line is used to summarise the reason for your email. For example, password help would be a good subject line for an email that is about getting help with a password. When you're done, please click Send. Accessing Teams through a device. Teams is useful for lesson resources and videoed lessons. Your Teams homepage on a device will display as a list of teams you are part of. This could be your form group, your history class, or your English class. It will display on a list format if you have a small screen device, but if you have a larger screen device, for example a tablet, it may appear like little small squares. If you click into each team, you'll find some lesson resources. You'll have options that say a post. So post section, your teacher may post information about your lessons, key reminders, tasks or videos. A file section, here you'll find any files your teacher has uploaded for the class. For example, Word documents, PowerPoints or help sheets. An assignment section, your teacher may ask you to submit your work to this assignments area. This helps to keep track of where the work is up to, and it's a useful tool for feedback. There is finally a class notebook section. Your teacher may ask you to use this as a digital exercise book. Teams is also used as video lesson technology. In the post section, you'll find a link to join any video lessons. You can simply click on the little blue box, click join, and it will guide you to a waiting room page. You must start all lessons with your microphone and camera turned off. Your teacher will advise you whether you need to use these during the lesson for specific tasks. For example, unmuting to answer a question. On the bottom panel of Teams, you will also see an icon which says Calendar. This is useful to view all of your videoed lessons in a calendar format. If you click on the calendar icon, it will take you to a day-by-day calendar. You can change this to a week view or even a month view if you like. The choice is yours. Computer says no. If in doubt and something still isn't working or the previous slides have not helped you, if you have any questions regarding remote learning, logging on or passwords for example, simply email SJF Pupil IT Support at sjf.wigan.sch.uk. In order for us to help you quickly, please try and include your name and form, indicate what kind of device you are using, for example a phone, tablet, laptop, and try to make it clear what your problem is. For example, including a screenshot is really useful if your problem is related to an error message. Above all, please do not worry if something isn't going as you'd wish. Seek help where needed, and we will always try and get back to you in a timely manner.